All right, 85 on the bench. Um, I'm gonna do a little bit of a decreasing pyramid method. So I'll start off with 85, go down to 80, and then 75, 70. Maybe I'll cap it at 70. Oh, sorry, stop it at 70. So yeah. And also, I finally got the tripod back, so the camera angles can now be slightly more variable and versatile. I'm kind of nervous for this lift. I'm aiming for 3 reps only. I'll probably take out the microphone for this actually. Alright, that was short lift. It was not. Oops. As I was saying, that was short lift. It was heavy in a sense, but I'm feeling it. I'm actually feeling it. I'm probably gonna try another set of this. I'll probably aim for 5 reps, and then I'll drop it down so I can do a little bit more to focus more on hypertrophy instead of just like strength. Usually my rest time in between set varies, but I like to use songs as a gauge, like 1 minute 30 to 2 minutes. That's my rest time, about there. I think a lot of people here use songs as a time gauge. Nothing wrong. I mean, it's kind of like winging it. But yeah, I mean, all right, let's try 5 reps with this. Ooh, that was solid. Let's move on. So I'm kind of trying something a little bit new. Last time for my warm-up, I would tend to do like the bar. So 20 kg, 40, 60, 70. So I basically work my way up, adding 10 kg, 10 kg, until it's like somewhat my working set. But because of that, I actually waste a lot of energy, and my warm-up set can become my working set. So for this one, I decided to cut it shorter. I did 20, 40, and then just like 3 reps of 60. And then I jumped straight to 85. which is why I was a little bit scared of attempting it, but the result stated otherwise. So, and I'm still feeling like a lot of tank left in me. So let's just try pushing it a little bit more today. So I drop it down to 80, and I'm hopefully aiming for 8 reps. Oh, that was a bit too low. Ooh. The 6th rep was a little bit scary. My arm went lower. So instead of like stopping right above my nipple, it kind of lowered down to my nipple level, and it caused a lot of imbalance. And because of that, I kind of lost confidence in the subsequent set. Oh, sorry, the reps. But I still think it's pretty decent. So I will be attempting 81 more, and then I'll drop it to 70, I guess. And I noticed that my previous set was a little bit, what do you call it? Like, you can somewhat see that I didn't really have much confidence in it. And I was clouding my head with a lot of the math. Like, oh, I need to do 8 reps. I need to do 8 reps. And then when I start counting, I'm like, oh, but 8 reps seems too much. So, less thinking, more doing. Like what a Maverick from Top Gun would say. Don't think, just do. Whew. I think that was a lot better. The weight was moving slightly faster. There was more control. It was more consistent. My weight wasn't like ending more on the higher side or on the lower side. It was all quite consistent. So yeah, I think that was great. For my last set, actually, when I did 4 reps, my mind immediately replayed a common clip, and it reminded myself that I was halfway there and that I only got 50% more to go. And I think that really disrupted my concentration. So yeah. Anyway, some update about my on my ring finger. It's feeling a lot better. But yesterday, when I was doing cardio, I decided to try to do a little bit of deadlift. Just try it out. I put 60 total, lifted it, and I realized that although I feel more recovered right now, like when I open and close, it's not as uncomfortable or pain. It's just, I guess because when I deadlift, a lot of the weight rests on the fingers itself, so I guess it still can't handle that much. So I may not incorporate deadlifts just yet. Although I do wish to actually do deadlifts. I think it's a really good overall, just whole body build. Just, sweat it out a little bit more, make you feel a little bit more tough. So yeah. But for now, I will assess my situation. But I'm just glad that it's getting better, so I can start to be back on the grind. One more, one more. Whew. I'm thinking of doing 12. But I didn't want to risk it. My safety is not really useful when it comes to incline. Plus, I don't really have a Smith machine at my disposal, so sadly I have to play it safe. But I can always push myself to the limit with other safer options, like using the cable machines. So for this session, I will be focusing more on shoulders instead of my chest. So last time I like to do like 3 to 4 exercises of chest, but for today maybe I'll keep it to 2. Then my shoulders I'll do a little bit more. Although I'm keeping my numbers of exercise lower, the sets will be higher and the intensity will also be higher. So I hope that kind of balance it out. That was a little bit too heavy, so I'm going to drop the weight down. I was kind of expecting to do like 2 to 3 more sets, but this thing burns me out faster than I thought it would. So this will probably be my last set. So let's make it count. Oh. All right, so for shoulders, I haven't really been training my front delts. Reason being because whenever I do incline, people tend to say that it kind of targets the front delt as well. So I don't want to make it overdeveloped, but after a while, I find out that that doesn't seem to be the case for my body. So I guess it was about time to incorporate some front mid delt movement that's a little bit more compounded and heavy. I understand that sitting down is a lot more better in terms of shoulder activation, but like I said, I wanted to go a little bit more on the heavier side, so I decided to do standing so I can add a little bit of that driving force from my leg. So actually before this, I ate quite a few amount of potato chips. So the sodium in my body is kind of making me feel a lot more pumped, which means it's kind of better for me in a sense. Like I feel better about the pump. So let's try to go a weight that I've never done before, 17.5. A little bit of cheating on the last one. Some of y'all may have noticed that my Left shoulder was a little bit slower going up. That because it's my weaker one, I actually injured it before. But I think that felt great. No discomfort whatsoever. Just that I should have straightened my back a little bit more. I've been incorporating a lot of isolated lateral raises recently because it really kind of burn out and target my side delt a lot more, which is more effective to be honest. But once in a while, I will switch back to the old school traditional one. I may not touch on weird outs today. Instead, I'll leave it for tomorrow back day, which is I feel a lot more better because I don't want to tire out the secondary muscle to hinder the primary one. So yeah. This is something I find myself enjoy doing to really end off my chest session. It's kind of just a dip all the way. But this time I'll try to do a little bit. I'm going to try something a little bit more different. Is it better? I don't know. I guess it feels more controlled. You know what? I think because of the action, the movement, it's kind of targeting my tricep a lot more. You know what? Let's go back old school. I say that's a lot better. I feel my chest more. I'll do 20 more and then I'm done. Oh god, the sweat is entering my eye. It stinks. Come on, last 10, last 10. Oh. Alright, let's break it down. 7 more, 7 more. Right, halfway, halfway. 5 more. 3, 2, 3 and a 2. 3 more. Two more. Oh. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I thought I'll say something before I end the video. So I gave myself a goal, which is 20 more dips. I did it despite how many breaks I took in between, and I think that's really kind of like a good way to show what is going to failure looks like. You know, you don't care about your image. You don't care about, you just care about completing it with as controlled and proper form as possible. And I think that's really great. Yes, I took a lot of breaks, but I did it, and do I feel like I have done enough? I think I have done more than enough. Can I still go? I mean, I can, but there's no point. So to go into failure, that's a lot of ways to look at it. One is when you can't lift, you can't complete the rep anymore. So you kind of do partial to squeeze it out, or you kind of just try to go for it and you fail. Another one is when you have a spotter and same thing, you try to go for it, you can't. The spotter will just help to support you a little bit and then you complete that last rep. Or another case is when you kind of lose the energy, but you know you still can squeeze out a lot more, which is what I did. Like I can show you, I probably rested for like a good 1 minute. I can still do more, but yeah. So it's like when you know you can do more, so you just take that short breaks and just complete a goal that you set for yourself. Because if I have no goal, I can just be going and going and going and going until I'm satisfied with it, which sometimes will give a negative results instead of a positive one. So I gave myself 20, I think that's pretty good. And I went for it. So this is somewhat how going to failure looks like. In all honesty, it's not great. It's not a great feeling. You feel uncomfortable, you feel like, why am I suffering? Why am I putting myself through this? This is pain. But there's growth. How can you grow if there's no challenges in your life? So something about failure is it's not something that you always need to go for in every of your exercises or like every single set. Some days you can just go like 90, 80, 70%. Some other days can be higher, some can be lower. But it's good to like incorporate going to failure. I would say like 1 out of 3 of your workout of like that specific muscle group workout. So for example, if like in that month I have 3 to 4 chest workout, I will try to make sure 1 or 2 of them is going towards failure. At least that's my take on it. Some days you'll feel a little bit not so pumped up, not so high. No need to go for failure. No point risking the injury. Like for my last for my last rep, you can tell it's kind of imbalanced, and I don't know, it was like a brief moment that I was really imbalanced. So I think that was a very good indicator that I should put a full stop. That's the end of the workout. I may talk a little bit more about this when I have more insight, but for now, I'm really tired from that bit. I can't really think straight. So this is the best input I have for now. So in summary, it's good to go for failure. Yes, it's a painful process, uncomfortable, but it's good for you. Of course, don't always go to failure. Keep it moderate to high intensity once in a while. Thank you for tuning in.